What's up, guys? Zach here, undergroundstrengthgym.com. I haven't done a live Q&A on the gym Instagram, so we'll see how it goes. And some food came to mind today, food for thought, while I'm all worked here on the bookshelf. I was listening to a podcast with a baseball player, was a pro baseball player, and he spoke about what got him strong in college were the very things that when he got to the pros, they did not want him doing them. He said in college, he became like a breakout player. He broke records his freshman year for bases stolen. I think his hitting average, and he goes, basically it was, we were jumping, we were deadlifting, we were doing heavy lifting, and I got strong and explosive. He goes, and then when I got into the pros, it was like, God forbid, we were lifting weights and doing barbells. And this kind of story of all these baseball players, it's there's a lot of connecting dots here. So I'm going to bounce around a bit and give you some various stories of the baseball teams and players I've worked with. A couple of years ago, the baseball coach from St. Joe's, Steve Buccignano, he's not there now, he's at Kane, but he came to me, and I think they had a 500 season or just below that. And he said, I got to do something to get these guys better, and I need you. You're the guy, and we're going to organize a team, a full, team training. We organized the team. They showed up 3 days a week. I remember 3 o'clock and then like a 5 or 6 o'clock. And that year, they won the counties. Now, all things being equal, did they get better skilled at baseball? Very likely. They're another year in. But what did they get? They gained confidence. They gained strength. They gained speed, explosive power. And what's interesting is baseball, and other sports too, but baseball tends to be the sport where the baseball coaches are like, you got to train at the high school. We're doing our routine, baseball specific. What is a baseball specific workout? Core work, rotator cuff exercises. These are all fads and buzzwords and kind of gimmicks. You know what all athletes need? The core is not just the abs. It's the entire trunk, it's the front, it's the sides, it's the back. They need strong legs, strong upper body. They need rotational power. They also need stability and anti-rotation, things that I'm sure that, who is training your child at the high school? If I told a baseball coach, hey guys, we're lifting at the underground with baseball players, and I'm also going to start holding baseball practice, they'd say, dude, how are you holding baseball practice? How are you qualified? We've got too many coaches pretending to be strength coaches. Another friend of mine, 6 or 7 years in the minors, Dave Lipson, told me when he blew out his elbow, he realized that basically he was weak. And to rehab himself back from that injury, he started doing general physical preparation, strength work, deadlifting, squatting, barbell and dumbbell rowing, calisthenics. He didn't say I'm doing core work and rotator cuff work. He strengthened his whole body because the body is a unit. We don't treat athletes like, hey, we're just going to work this piece of your body and that piece. So I said, Dave, why are so many baseball parents and players afraid of being strong? How is being strong? And strong is an umbrella term because when we get somebody strong, we get them explosive, we get them mobile, we get them more athletic. He goes, baseball players treat themselves and they act as if they're fragile. And he goes, when you treat yourself and act like you're fragile, you become fragile. So you raise chances of injury rates. There's no downside to your body being strong and physically prepared for the rigors of the way you throw that baseball with full velocity. Why wouldn't you train hard? Why would you train fragile when you throw with full velocity, when you swing with full velocity? Your body must go through intense training. It has to learn how to struggle. Otherwise, it will break down. It's very much like a car, driving across the country. Over time, things are going to break down if it's not strengthened and treated properly. oil changes, tire rotation, and any of the other things that that car would need. Same thing with the body. Your body will break down if it is weak. And then when you start feeling these aches and pains, emotionally and mentally, the athlete, the baseball player, begins to question himself. Why do I not feel strong? Oh man, why am I striking out? Why do I keep getting forced out at first? The stronger, more explosive player is faster. He could run the bases faster. He could hit harder. He could throw with more velocity. He can handle the rigors of a doubleheader in the heat of May, June, July, August, when it's very hot and humid and they're exhausted. Well, my body has been prepared for it. The old saying of, hey, let's rise to the occasion is incorrect. We don't rise to the occasion. We fall to the level of our training. So if you're a baseball player and you're not finding the best resource for yourself to get physically prepared, stronger, more explosive, more durable, then if it's not an advantage, it's a disadvantage. To the baseball players we are training, if you are not finding your way to the underground and blending it with your baseball skill work, you are not going to make the strides and the gains. If you look at the Underground Strength Gym success stories pages, take a look at the before and after photo, as well as the velocity that Chris Lee spoke about. He weighs basically the same. In the first photo, there's zero muscle on his body, very soft, smooth, looks like a doughboy. In the next photo, abs, strong, athletic. And I still remember like him saying, man, I feel so confident, I'm killing that ball. And in season, he used to show up at 7:30 at night, 7:45. He would show up to get that lift in while the majority said, I'm too busy, I'm too tired, I'm run down. That weak, fragile mindset is what caused other baseball players to break down. And I remember as the season went on, I said, hey, let's go a little less on the heavy and more of the dynamic, more of the speed. And I remember like 2 weeks after that, he's like, I don't know what's going on with me. I was killing it, doubles and triples. Now I'm only hitting singles. And I said, that's it, dude. We got to go back to you focusing on being strong because your body responds great to the heavy lifting. And that was him as an individual. And we treat our athletes, there's kind of a general template, a framework, and then we individualize. We attack your weak areas and we double down on your strong areas. My one friend, Mark Bell, you know what he says? Strength is never a weakness. So being strong, it's never going to be against you. Why do baseball players strength train in college? Because the strength coaches and the baseball coaches know that that's what's going to get them better. No such thing as weak and successful. So if you're a baseball player or any athlete for that matter, you need to find a way to get the advantage over the common phrase, the common athlete who has excuses or who's like, you know what, I'm just going to go to LA Fitness or 24 Hour Fitness. There is a huge difference in that kind of training versus what an experienced strength and performance coach is going to take you through. That's the bottom line. You've got to make the decision. Do I want to be good? Do I just want to be part of this team? Or do I want to be great? And not everybody wants to be great because it's going to take outworking the common player, the common athlete. You're going to have to do more, not just in training, but better nutrition, better lifestyle, better sleep habits. You're even going to have to remove yourself from some of your fragile, negative thinking friends who say, hey, that's crazy that you're training that hard. Don't do that. Just come with me to this $10 a month gym. It's cheaper. It's closer. Convenience and excellence are never found on the same road. The underground has never been about working with the athlete who's good enough. It's been always about that athlete that has just so hungry to, break away from his old self and rebuild himself into an agile, mobile, hostile athlete. Why not? Why not train to be a champion? That's the only thing we understand. That's it. Little rant, little fire. Don't be fragile. If you're a baseball player, opportunity is knocking because the majority of baseball players, they're not going to do the proper training. Same thing with wrestlers. They're going to do circuit training. They're going to run. They're going to do the things that actually don't really make big strides in their ability to wrestle great. I mean, we got to get away from the fads and the gimmicks. Some people don't care. They're just happy to be part of the team. But for those of you that want to be great, that's it. UndergroundStrengthGym.com. Talk to you guys later.